Hi, everyone. This is Anil Gursahani from BizPortal Solutions. Welcome to the webinar for turning your Office 365 intranet into a business hub. We have a lot of attendees today. Let's make sure that we cover all the material. If you have any questions and any other queries, please put it in the chat window. We will try and respond to you as soon as we can in this session, or we'll reply that back. All right, let's go ahead and look at the agenda. We'll go through some introductions, followed by explanation of what is a business hub, and then really how does an Office 365 intranet fit in and into really the ecosystem of business hubs and how we can use that. And then we'll go through a demo of BizPortal 365, followed by some Q&A. So first, a little bit about myself. I'm Anil Gursani, a solutions lead, and also involved in customer deployments for SharePoint intranets. I have about 18 years of experience in enterprise infrastructure and applications, about 12 years with SharePoint, deployments and integrations, CRM and project management deployments also has been a big part of about the last 8 years. And then most recently, really working with cloud implementations on Microsoft Azure and AWS. And then currently, I'm focused on Office 365. So a lot of previous experience in the ecosystem, and that really helps in terms of deploying cloud solutions. BizPortal Solutions, our company, is a full-service product development, implementation, migration, and Office 365 services company. We have deep expertise with intranets, digital workplace solutions. We have implemented SharePoint on-premise and online. And most recently, again, the focus is really working on Office 365 and other platforms. We do cater to all kinds of businesses, small, medium, enterprise level businesses across verticals. And we have been a Microsoft Gold partner for about 15 plus years. Okay, what is a business hub? A business hub is one that provides a central source of truth of business data. Right? It offers self-service tools for your employees, provides a simple user experience, and it provides a cohesive workplace solution. So Business Hub, in terms of differentiating it from a regular intranet, is basically the way that you have a lot of intranets just focused on social collaboration and so on, but we have really focused on turning an intranet into a core business hub and making sure that these four things are really taken care of in our solution. Office 365 intranet as your business hub. I'm assuming most of you have experience with working with Office 365. If not an issue. Basically, it has a slew of apps like Microsoft Outlook, OneDrive, Microsoft Teams for chat-based communications, Yammer for purely chat. Then we have Power BI, Delve for business insights, reporting, analytics. So Office 365 is all of these tools. Also in your organization, depending on your business, you could be involved with ERP, CRM, QMS systems, sales, marketing automation tools that you use. So all of these tools are great to use, but they are silo environments, right? How do you really get all of this centralized? How do you use this in your business very effectively? You can do that by having an Office 365 intranet, really focusing on some key areas. So as you can see here, around the Office 365 intranet, the key areas are team and communications, right? You have build teams, maybe global teams, and you need to set up sites for them to use. Then you have a great way to do HR and employee management, all in one centralized location, because you could have a global setup or multi-location setup, and you would like to consolidate all of the processes, procedures in one place. Forms automation, a great way to digitize all your forms. So that is a core of a lot of business operations, making sure that all your processes are automated. Documents, document management, project management, these are two key areas that every organization really wants. So with an Office 365 intranet, you can get all of these core functions of your business all into one centralized platform, and also utilizing all the other tools, integrating it with your line of business system. That's key thing. Okay. Um, Moving on from this, let's go ahead and talk about also how it really works as a business hub. Office 365 intranet, it houses critical information, that is your company news, documents, content. It should be easy to edit and distribute content, which again, I'm talking in terms of our solution, which is an Office 365 intranet. But these are some core features that every intranet should have. Also, it can enable search for all employees, and it's across all information, right? Enterprise level information. It automates workflows. The Business Hub, multi-step workflows and approval cycles. Also, it goes ahead and create workflows from existing business systems. You can integrate it with other business systems and enable workflows there. Notification and reminders, very key. Notifications and reminders can be sent automatically. It offers self-service tools. So specifically for administration, all your forms are digitized and it automates the workflow. It's great for HR and admin. For HR, they could set up all policies, procedures, training videos, onboarding and offboarding processes, and it's great for employees to really tap into that from an intranet. It enables IT processes, especially IT service help desk tickets, and that can be set up in an intranet. And then last, it provides self-help. You could have frequently asked questions, knowledge bases, in context help. So all of this for employees, if you set it up in the right way, that's a great win for your business operations. Okay. Apart from that, on Office 365 intranet, it manages your day-to-day work, specifically, everything around your documents. So storing of documents, sharing it with internal, external employees. It could really enable your project and task management in a way that, otherwise you would have usually other tools for executing projects, maybe a subscription model for projects. You can do away with all of that. Really, a good business hub would provide you with a good project management and task management tool. And employee management, again, as I mentioned a bit earlier, that in terms of HR, it's great for HR to be able to publish information and then for employees to consume that. So it could manage your entire work. It also enables mobility, anytime, anywhere access, and it brings remote teams together, right, through that. So with a combination of an intranet solution and Office 365 apps, if you set it up correctly, it really can enhance your business operations effectively. It improves collaboration. You could have dedicated team and department sites. You could have project discussions, which would really be reducing emails and so on. You could just do it on the project sites. And then it improves the engagement, with social features for employees. It really enhances their ability to perform, and should be very simple and easy to use. Okay. Now, how do you create a business hub on Office 365? You have two options, right? You could build it yourself. Advantage of that is it can be fully customized to your requirements, but there is a risk there in terms of large time investment that you would put in. You would require special skill sets maybe SharePoint development skill sets, some other skill sets, and also there's increased risk of failure in these projects. Okay, I've worked for the last 12, 14 years in this area. It's great to be able to deploy intranet solutions based on requirements, and we have done that for customer requirements. But what really ends up happening is, there's a lot of advantages of a platform like this, and then usually projects, get bloated, their scope cannot be managed. Although all that is great because, from a deployment aspect, customers really want everything, but usually those projects they don't have 100% success rate. Okay, that's with my experience. So I think the way to get started, or even if you have an existing intranet, the way to get started is really with a turnkey intranet solution. Deploy that. It would meet 80 to 90% of your needs, and I'll show you the application in a minute. So there it meets 80 to 90% of your needs out of the box. And that's great, because if your business processes get taken care of about 80 to 90%, the rest 10%, can be quickly customized, and we can certainly help you with that. But there's a quick ROI, with the minimal investment. This is a subscription model. Also, there's as I mentioned, you can customize it and configure it as per your needs, and minimizes your IT involvement. So there's no need of thinking too much there. Okay, so I have some contact information here, but let's get into the application first and walk you through that. Okay, so just give me a minute. All right. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen here. Let me just I'm just looking at questions. Just a minute. All right. So with getting back to our application demonstration, so this is the homepage of a BizPortals 365 intranet. Okay, 4 key areas that our solution covers. One is information distribution, second is forms automation, third is project management, and the fourth is document management. Okay. So with that, let's look into the information distribution feature. You can see on the home page, you can set up corporate alerts. Great way for IT administration to be able to send these alerts out to all employees. Corporate news and announcements, great way for management to publish information that can be shared with all employees. So you could put an image, you can put some text here and publish this out. And all of this you can set up to expire on dates, so you don't have stale information sitting there. Then you have some calendar web paths here, which really brings you all the events which are internal. Let's say, people are taking time off, they're out of the office. You can bring all that calendar view into one. You can also import your personal calendars into this view. Okay? You have the Spotlight feature here. Spotlight is great for employee recognition. So you can publish that information right here, and all employees can have access to that. Again, very popular with a lot of our customer base. Okay? On the left side, you have a part where I'm following. You could be following sites. You could be following documents in your business hub, or you could be following people here. Okay, so a great way to get to that information very quickly. There is a little employee directory, a subset of it called People Lookup. You can go ahead and look up for, search for people in your organization, get in touch with them right through here. So very convenient. Some birthdays, work anniversary, web paths, and also it could give you recent documents, a good view of it. So the homepage really is all about information distribution. Okay, We'll get back to the other things here in a minute. The other aspect of information distribution is an employee center. Now, that's one of the main sites that HR would use to publish information for the employees, and employees are the consumers of this information. So as you can see, there is a web part here, and we could stream videos, maybe training videos for your employees. It could directly be done from here. News and announcements, where HR could, you have new programs in your company, you could put that here. Let's say you want to welcome a new employee. You have those announcements for all employees, some quick links, and then moving down to the most valuable add-on, I would say, really from our aspect, is the ability to publish information in a SharePoint platform. So let's say for your employees, you have an onboarding, a couple of messages here. You could house it here. So as soon as you have a new employee, give them a login into the intranet, they could come here and take a look at some onboarding messaging here, right, and information. You could publish insurance, travel information. So usually this information is always in documents, just sitting somewhere. But if you publish it this way, it's great for employees to consume this at any point. Internal job postings, you can post that. Now, all of these lists are fully customizable. Okay, so you can really build your own list as you need to. We can show you how when we implement the system. A little photo gallery for your employees, some other contact information. Now, every site comes with ability to store documents, and this is your document library. Again, if you see, this is all in one page. Great way for your users. They don't have to navigate to multiple pages. Really, on the central page of Employee Center, they can get all their information. So this can house one or multiple document libraries. Okay, so let's say you had location-based employees, multi-location employees. You could set up separate libraries, give them access to those, but with basically the ability to store documents, categorize them. So that is really great, and then sorted. So let's say I want to sort by all the different categories. It's great to do it right from here. Okay, and let's say you have policy documents, plans, information related. All of that can be searched for, categorized here. You could build views for your documents. You could also, as you can see, there are some key options. You can connect this to your Microsoft Outlook and so on. Manage your columns here for views. So this provides you a great way to organize all your information. Okay, so information distribution is really key in a business hub, and I hope you have got an idea of how that can be done effectively. All right, moving on to the next feature, that is forms automation. So we provide you with 8 to 10 most commonly used forms that would meet, if you remember my slide earlier, that 80 to 90% of your business needs are met. Well, on that line, we have about 8 to 10 forms that we supply out of the box, and we could work with you, customize your other forms, digitize them, and enable workflow for that. So we provide some reimbursement requests, a subset of a timesheet called daily activity report, some mileage reimbursements, an out-of-office form, great for people to put this in when they're going to be out of the office, maybe at a show. So how do you let all your team members, employees know? Great way to put this in. Some requests for purchase, maybe time off. So let's look at a very simple form here. So if you're going to take time off, this is out of the box that we provide. You'll select the dates. You'll say type vacation, 8 hours. I'm going to be 8 hours, and that's all it is. So Alex, as a user, he's submitting it. This form is going to just go to his manager, I say. So let's say I submit it. In talking about that, as the dates, let's select a date. So let's say in the future here, 12. Okay. All right. So this way, it's great to, it's as simple as this to submit a form. You can do it this way. You can do it from your mobile phones. That's fine. So once you submit it, now ICEA gets this form, and he would get a notification right here. He would get an email notification, and also uh, the ability to go to Form Center. And let me show you that. That's a very neat feature in our product. So with a Form Center, you could easily see a list of your forms that you have submitted and also the ones to approve. Now, I'm logged in still as Alex. So anyways, these are all his forms. You could basically go here and get your own records. So let's say time of forms, if Alex wants to see, what all he had filled out earlier, he could basically click on open save records, and we have a great way of looking at all of that very quickly, right? So these are all his time of forms that he had submitted in the past. And if he has access, he would be able to look at his team's forms and other people's as based on his access level. Okay, so a great way to automate your business processes and use Form Center. With this, just think about it for business process automation. If you're able to digitize all these processes uh, and enable workflow approval cycles, that's a great win for your business operations, right? So we provide some time off forms, reimbursement forms, IT help desk, out of the box. We have all of these forms, but we can certainly work with you very quickly and change these. We do understand that you might have your own needs. We also provide a subset of, let me just show you this briefly, a subset of goal management, quarterly based goal management. We call it the KPIs here, but basically, just a quick example. So your employees could come in and fill these forms, and these are your goals for every quarter. Again, it would be routed, let's say, to your manager. They would look at it, approve it at the end of the quarter. Great way for you to come in again, do your self-assessment, and then after your manager's assessment of the goals, then it finally goes into admin. So we provide, really IT service desk, goal management, the ability to obviously fill in your timesheets, time off requests, all of that in just one tool, right? So this is what makes an Office 365 intranet into a great business hub. Okay. All right. Moving on from information distribution and forms automation, let's go ahead and now talk about team and department collaboration. So what we provide here is the ability to set up your departments. Out of the box, we provide 4 departments. You have HR, sales, marketing, IT. You can set up n number of departments here. And let's just look at one of the department sites. Okay. So what you are looking at is a marketing department. Again, for consistency, if you remember the employee center, similarly, we have a marketing department side. You have videos, web parts, news and announcements, quick links, right? Very consistent with the other side. And then we have an ability to create our individual lists. What we provide out of the box is a task list, issues, action items. So for your marketing department, you can manage your tasks right from here. As you set up tasks, new tasks, you can assign it to people and they would get a notification. So great way to manage all your tasks. Ability to see it, visual form. You can see that also. But essentially, this is really, if you remember our slides, that it really manages your day-to-day work, right? You can do that, all of it from here. Moving down, you can, as you see, you have a document library and multiple for your. So let's go ahead and look at some documents. Again, just load your marketing related documents. So again, great way to organize all of this information. On that note, I would just like to also let you know that this is deeply integrated with Office 365 apps. So all the documents that you see here, okay, in the marketing department, or you saw an employee center, uh, it's integrated with Microsoft OneDrive. And as you can see, outside of your own files, you get a great view of your intranet document libraries. So we are in marketing department. So as to go here, I could get to my documents. Right? Same view as we saw on the intranet. Now you can work with your documents right from here. If you're working on some document here in a draft mode, once you complete it, you can just drag and drop it, move it to the intranet document libraries right from this view. Again, to show you employee center, right? So all your documents are housed here. Okay, so moving back. So with marketing, you can do your task automation, task management, um, manage all other aspects. You could house forms if you needed right here, right? So you could be having some certain business process that you want in place for a marketing department, and you don't have to publish it on the homepage. You can very effectively set all of that up in the list here. So as I said, all of this is customizable. This is just to give you an idea of the functionality of a business hub. We have put all of this together, but essentially you can customize all of these yourself. Very easy to do that. Okay, and I'm just giving a brief look into it. It's as easy as creating a new list, and you can bring in a lot of things. As I said, forms. You can house some forms right on this site. All right. So uh, hopefully this gives you a sense of team and collaboration sites. Right. Again, our focus is for simple user experience and business focus. It's not about making an intranet just into a social platform. There is a lot of value of implementing it the right way for your business, and that's what we uh, have been trying, to do that. And we keep enhancing our solutions, adding new features based on Office 365 roadmaps, and also, most importantly, feedback from our customers. All right. Let's move on to another feature, a core feature in our product, that is project management. So project management either can be, projects can be executed by people from different teams. If that's the case, you would use project site here. However, if let's say you're executing projects in the marketing department, so you just click on projects here, and I'll show you the view. So now this is a project portfolio view. Right? You see a list of all your projects. Again, this is from marketing. So you can see a summary view of your projects, and then you can search for projects and so on. Let's go ahead and dig into one specific project. So I'm going to click on digital marketing. Okay, and let's open that up. Okay, so with this ability to really execute projects in the system, the ability to house all documents, right, integrated with cloud platforms like OneDrive, the ability to store forms, business process automation. This really makes it a very powerful application, and you really don't need a lot of other subscriptions or other silo environments. Okay? Everything is in the intranet. So now what you're seeing is a great view of a project, one of the projects that we're running in the marketing department. So you can see a quick summary view, how many days are remaining, open issues, open tasks. As I said, you could have your project discussions all in one place. So it reduces a lot of email communications. So you can put your discussion item here. It's basically a conversational piece. Project team members could reply to these, and everything is stored here. Okay. News and announcements consistent with the earlier sites that you saw. The key part is, again, comes to this area where you can do your project task management. Great way to execute tasks. Right? And let me just show you a couple of other views. So with task management, again, some project managers, some resources would like to execute a project this way. Just simply put all the tasks here, simple way to do it. And other users would like to use some custom views. So what we provide is a Kanban board view here. So you can easily see all your tasks and drag and drop, move it. Very easy for you to execute tasks. Some other resources would like a Gantt chart view of the task list, and we provide all of that. Okay, if you need any detailed review of this, you want to understand more in depth, please feel free to schedule a one-on-one demo with us. Okay, so different views of the task list, but essentially you can execute all your tasks. As you can see, this comes with a document library. So for this project, now you can store documents, right, independently. And again, with OneDrive, you do see that for marketing department projects, we were looking at digital marketing, and that's where you can see your documents. So again, great way to work with projects, tasks, right, and documents. All right. Now you would want probably reporting done, because mostly in projects execution, you would want some sort of reporting. I'm just going to show you, under quick links for marketing department. Let's say you had a report, project progress report. So this is just a snapshot view, but let's see if that comes up. But basically, this is a report from Power BI, and you could design these reports, right, and execute all your projects. So we could help you design these reports. Again, these are all sample sets, so could certainly work with you if you wanted report automation, right? You wanted reports to be sent out for your projects or any other department work automatically. Certainly, we can guide you towards that, and from a business hub, we can execute all of those. Okay, so again, information distribution, forms automation, team and collaboration sites, and project management. These are the four key areas, right, of a business hub. And again, our product, BizPortals 365, we have really been getting a lot of customer feedback in terms of functionality, the requirements, and we are certainly going to be enhancing our tools. But if you have Office 365, it's a great way to leverage that investment and really, look at designing this system, right, to your needs. But it should be a no-brainer in terms of putting in a little bit more investment and then turning your SharePoint investment into really a core business hub. Okay. Now, another feature which I think is great for users, because once you have SharePoint, you do end up you could end up losing sight because you have a lot of department sites. You could be part of a lot of projects. So basically, we have a feature we have just introduced called My Site. Okay. So now this is a great view for your users, right? They come in the morning and they say, okay, let me look at all the tasks that I'm working on. So there are some overdue tasks. And if you had something due today, upcoming, you could see it here, how many are in progress, and so on, right? So let's say I want to go ahead and see my in progress tasks. Now, this is a collection really of all your tasks from different sites. So it would collect all of them from your department sites, all of the projects that you're working on, give you a single view of those. You can work on these tasks right from here. So you can update them. Doesn't matter which department, it will just update all of it, right, in the right place. And then you could go ahead and search for your tasks, also by time. It's a great way to have all your task management done here. Documents, if some of you have used Office 365 Dell, the great view, very similar look. So with full integration, so really all the documents that you'd be following, you have flagged them, they're right here. Some recent documents, you can see those here. Reminders, if you set up reminders in the system, they would show up here. Okay. So great work, your personal dashboard view. We are continuously enhancing this. So we want to get a lot more functionality for users. All right. So with that, I hope I've given you a brief overview and an explanation of what a business hub is. Let's move into Q&A. Just for a minute. Let me just look at some questions. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk through a couple of things. You've highlighted some questions here. Okay. So the first one here, I'm going to take that up, is what is the pricing for BIS portals? Well, the pricing is up on the website. It's all about the number of users. So you can take a look at that. We do have special pricing for nonprofits and educational institutions. So you can certainly contact us at bisinfo@bisportals.com, or you can go to our website, fill up the contact us form, and we'll get in touch with you right away. If you do want to see a one-on-one demo, a detailed one, you can again through the website request a personalized demo. If you do have a need for Office 365 or SharePoint services, we certainly provide services outside of deploying a business hub or selling it, implementing it. We certainly could work with you for any services that you would need on your SharePoint platform. Again, if you don't have an intranet, if you have just gotten Office 365, start looking at turnkey intranet solutions. Those would really help you, again, to leverage your existing investment in Office 365. Okay, so next question is, let me take a look. Okay. How do you integrate this with other applications? All right. So though we did not cover that in the application demo, but essentially you could integrate this with Microsoft CRM, Salesforce. Let's say you're using some other marketing automation tools, right? So what we can help you with is not only pull information from the systems, be able to display it on your intranet, but also a two-way communication or a two-way sync between certain information. We can certainly set all that up for you. Remember, SharePoint is a business management platform, so we can certainly work with you and extend this, right? Okay, next one, let me just see that. Okay, so next question is, how do I manage compliance for documents and so on? Great question. What you just saw was, very initial look at how documents are stored in document libraries, how they are categorized and so on. But really behind the scenes for a lot of businesses, it's all about compliance. It's all about retention, archiving these documents. So with Office 365, there is a DLP, data loss protection. There's archiving and retention policies that are in place that can be set up. So we can work with you and really set all those up for your documents and certainly make sure you're compliant. And please go ahead and read up on Microsoft Office 365. There's a great amount of information through Microsoft really on how they can set all these up, but we can certainly work with you, okay, and get all those set up. Okay, let me see the next one. All right, so how do I implement this? How long does it take? So this is BIS Portals 365 is a subscription model, right? So all we do is we deploy our app in your Office 365 tenant. You have full control over this intranet once it's deployed. Then we'll onboard you with some remote online sessions we'll do with you 3 to 4. And then after that, we also provide customer training. So you can get all your users in those customer training sessions. If you want specific training, maybe on-site training, if you have a large user base, we can certainly come there. But we do help you with user adoption, make sure that it's used in your organization. Right? That's the key thing. So, all right. I think we are almost running out of time. Thank you all. Again, I hope you got some useful information. And if you do have some questions, please reach out to us and we'll be happy to answer those. Thank you.